Emily Sande there with Brighter Days. Well, welcome back to the Arvo Flow. Well, Dead End Road is the debut single from RJS and the Casey Factor, which is a collaboration between Casey Pilcher and Robert John Sedke, and it features the vocals of Melbourne singer and actor Matt Hetherington. Well, I interviewed Casey Pilcher and I started out by asking him about his songwriting processes.
Well, I can create, like I write the lyrics, but I also come up with the full melody, as in a whole song that you can sing from start to finish. But as far as the processes are concerned, I did some cold canvassing and found two producers willing to work with me and lend their instrumental knowledge to basically creating the full song. So, they're experts on, guitar, piano, everything else that needs for a song to be created and finished, and also working with the session vocalists that need to be pulled in to create a recording, and as well as the full production knowledge. So it's basically I've got in as a collaborator and working with their minds, and also them putting some of their influences into the song. So some of the song is my work and some of the song is their work, as we sort of go about 50-50 in it.
Certainly sounds like you've got a full palette. Now, I want to talk about the actual track itself, Dead End Road. I've got here that the song utilises an introductory chorus to set the narrative of the story, with softer verses to establish the concepts of the past, of transit and fate. The symbolism of the narrator evokes the image of the classic drifter whose finality down the imagined dead-end road is deemed set regardless of the moment. So certainly painting quite the picture there. So tell us about when production first kind of arose, and for that matter, when you first had the concept in your head of actually getting to work on this particular release.
Well, for this release, as far as writing it is concerned, I base a lot of what I write on general emotions of life, especially things that I might have experienced or things that I think people would relate to. Certainly in the pandemic era, where people have been sort of stuck and isolated, it probably rings true a bit more, although, I did come up with the lyrics, quite a few years ago. But generally speaking, it's sort of, feelings about life is, and a good, strong story and a good, strong narrative is what I'm trying to portray, but also leaving it a little bit open to interpretation for people to get something out of the song in their own personal way.
Yeah, no, credit to you. It's a fantastic venture that you're going down, and we're all very excited here at Flow to see you get some really good traction. And just on that, if you can update our listeners on any future plans you might have when it comes to the live gigs or any other music that might be on its way.
Well, there's plenty of music on its way. But like I said, the producers are flat out with, not just the work that I've given them, but the work that other people have given them, other collaborations, their own solo work. But I've got at least 17 songs recorded that are either released or as demo tracks. And I've also got plenty more. I've got dozens of bits and pieces of songs and complete lyrics and things I've already sent to the producers to be done. So in the future, you're likely to see a full album. We've got a song from, we've basically got 7 songs recorded now from one session vocalist, a female vocalist with one of my producers. So yeah, there's definitely an album or two or possibly more as time goes by. I'll just have to wait on the work to be done and get them out there.
More from Casey Pilcher and his group's new release, Dead End Road, on the other side of this. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Arvo Flow. Welcome back to the Arvo Flow. Well, that was Omar J and Justin Bieber with Attention. We're going to return back now to our interview with Casey Pilcher. Here's him talking about his background as an artist.
Well, I've been writing lyricists. I basically present myself as a lyricist. I create all of the song lyrics. And also the general basic melodies of the songs. And I've been doing that for about 10 years, using 2 producers to create at least demos. And I was going to try and get into the music industry with demos alone. But lately we've decided to go all out and put out music commercially. As far as my influences, I've got a couple of musos in the family. I've got an uncle who's actually blind, but Back in the day, he taught. He was in the country music industry. He actually taught a couple of names there when they were young how to play guitar. So he's been around a little bit. He's obviously, you can't get quite involved now, but he was the one that pushed me on to at least having a go at doing what I could.
Excellent work. Well, Casey from RJS and the Casey Factor, it's been great catching up with you. Before we let you go, we certainly wish you all the best in your endeavours, and we've got your new release ready to play here on the air, so why don't you introduce yourself and your latest release for us?
All right, so my name's Casey from the Casey Factor, and working with my mate Robert, we've created this new release from RJS and the Casey Factor, Dead End Road.
And turns and the stumble burns, still away from home I'm going, following my peers. Their footsteps have been cleared, just a lonely marks through the flaky bark that tell me they've been here. What's all the time? Only God will help me find. I'm on a dead end road. Like the drops of sweat I'm shedding. Rested feet are aching, burning steps that I am taking. Train my mind not to glance behind to the life that I've forsaken. Oh, it's all the time. The dead end road is mine. Not the sun's creation, but though I roam past the copied homes, it's not to my salvation. The towers stand before me, they shine with all their glory. I'm still alone and I'm still unknown on this dead end road before me. I hope it's left behind, don't know how I'm hanging on, but some that keeps me strong. I've been walking for so long. I'm on a dead end road into these tracks.